Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a game that just came out, Marvel Rivals. It's a hero shooter game, it's third person, and it is most similar to Overwatch. However, in my opinion, it's way better. I have been playing it, I am Plat 3. We're not going to talk about the game itself, but the actual character design that is not pandering to the modern audience. Let's go and check out Marvel Rivals. Gamers just destroy DEI, slop. This is the reason why this game is so successful, besides the fact that it plays well.
Over the last 24 hours or so, a lot of people have been talking about this post over on our Marvel Rivals titled...
Dude, I literally just saw this picture and Black Widow, I think. Yeah, Marvel Rivals versus Marvel's Avengers cosmetic comparison. And hear me out. I do understand you're gonna go and say, oh, but one is stylized and cartoonish and brushed, but the other is more realistic looking. However, if you have seen Avengers and you have seen Captain America in the actual movies, it looked hella better than this, and it was realistic. It was real, not only realistic. So don't go there. This guy on the right side is not my Captain America.
Marvel Rivals vs. Marvel's Avengers cosmetic comparison. This comparison post then getting reposted on Twitter and getting more people to talk about it, and the discourse just proliferating from there. As you probably know, Marvel Rivals is that new NetEase hero shooter game. Personally, I've been having a lot of fun with that game myself. Never played Overwatch, never cared to play it, but Rivals has been very addicting. Granted, it's been out for like a month now, and I only started playing it about 2 weeks ago, so I kind of missed like the very start, but hey, still close enough, I guess. Anyways, the game Marvel's Avengers, the other game in the comparison that we're going to take a look at in a moment, as mentioned, was released in 2020.
I'm a huge Marvel fan. Like, I love all the movies, almost all the movies. Not the newest one after Avengers like went downhill after Endgame, but still, I have high hopes for Marvel as well as DC. But I want to say that I never even looked twice to the Marvel's Avengers game that came out 2020. Like, I heard about it. I think I saw a trailer or something. I was like, ah, whatever, moving on. Like, it never really grabbed my attention until this game came out, because this game was like, yes, this is what I want to play. This is how I want to look like.
Developed by Crystal Dynamics and originally published by Square Enix. In other videos, we've talked about how Square Enix has been increasingly embracing things like DEI policies over the last number of years, and interestingly enough, how their financial situation has also been getting astronomically worse over the last number of years too. So now when we take a look at these designs for Marvel's Avengers, let me know if you think perhaps Square and perhaps DEI policies and stuff like that may have affected these designs. Oh, I should also mention, I'm not very familiar with Crystal Dynamics. However, I do think some people had said that like some of the more recent Tomb Raider games were kind of embracing those policies too. Once again, that part of the topic I'm not that familiar with, so perhaps if you're more familiar with that in the comments, please do elaborate on that for us. All right, with that all said, let's take a look at the comparisons. On the left, we've got Marvel Rivals, and on the right, we've got Marvel's Avengers. And yeah, Cap is just looking sad. Like, so not even a figure of speech. Like, the dude literally looks depressed. I'm not sure if Thor's looking any better.
Oh my god! What is this? What is this hair? What is this face? He's so sad. He doesn't look intimidating whatsoever. The armor is so weak. What are those legs? Chicken legs. What is happening in here? Why would you even want to play as this character, right? Well, look like the comparison with the left one, the amount of details on all the armor, how big and huge he is. It's not like the armor is engulfing him. The armor is just adding to whatever there is. Look at his thighs. Those are manly feet, all right?
It's not terrible, I suppose.
Oh, it is.
But it's certainly not very heroic. Iron Man's just looking more like Walmart Iron Lad.
Nah, brother, this is so bad. This is like if you tried 3D animation for the first time and you followed an Indian tutorial on YouTube. Like, this is what you would come up with. This is so simple, so bad. Like, it's not even, what is that? What material is that? It's not even like texturized.
What is going on with Widow?
Yeah, this is the one I saw. It's terrible. Like, first, the way she's standing. Who stands like that? Like, she's standing to the right, but also straight, you know? There is no curves whatsoever. And I do understand some women in reality would look like that because it is more realistic. However, if why would you want to be in reality? You know, like you can look like that. Go look at the mirror, you're gonna look like that. I want to look sexy spexy like this one with long legs, really tiny waist, booba's there, you know, still strong with armor, and that hair is on fleek. You know, like this is the thing, you guys. I want to look like I would never be able to look like that. That's what I want to play.
You see on the left, Black Widow, they made her very womanly. On the right, they've done that thing that we've seen other games do where they make like the women have larger shoulders than their hips. Like, I don't know why it's a thing, but some games are doing that lately. And usually when they're embracing that DEI slop. So once again, let me know if you think that might be the case here too. Oh gosh. Here's another example of Widow.
Yeah. Let's just change the color.
Yeah, man.
She's still the same
they were
posture.
not cooking. Hawkeye is literally looking like he got...
Oh my god. This is terrible. Look at the difference. Like, yes, I want to play Hawkeye in the left one. I want to be the wife of that. I want him to waifu me, but the right one, I will pass, brother. I shall pass. Yikes, he looks like a turtle.
This at that Halloween store. What's it called? Like Party City, I think. Is that the one? No offense to anyone who's gotten costumes from there. But you know, it's supposed to be some like heroic game. It's supposed to be like the real Hawkeye. I don't know if there's any better. It's like equally as bad.
Oh my god. Honestly, the right side, he looks like he's cosplaying Hawkeye, but he doesn't have like the best equipment out there. So he just bought whatever, like maybe a swimsuit or something. Some sports outfit, put it on. Oh, you know what? He looks like those guys in the Olympics who had like the Rangers who were shooting. That's how he looks like. Yeah, this is not it, ain't it? And that hair is like noodle hair.
In my opinion, the shades are not helping, but to be fair, I also don't like the Hawkeye designs in Rivals. So moving on to Spider-Man.
Okay, Spider-Man, I don't think it is that bad, although like I feel like in the left one he looks more agile, like younger. Spider-Man is a younger character. He's more skinnier, but also muscular, you know, like that's how he looks like. The colors are also way more brighter, but for every character the colors are more brighter because the game is as such. I don't think it is that bad, the right one. I just think that it's still, the textures kind of are missing, and the way he is standing there. When would Spider-Man stand like that? Never. No, he never. He always is. He's such a poser. He will always pose.
I will say this is the only one that I think doesn't look terrible. I don't think it looks good, but
yeah,
it's passable.
Right? It's passable.
It's not as bad as the other ones. You can't say the same for Black Panther.
Oh my god! Anatomically speaking, this is not possible. Who looks like that? Dude. Guys, look at his body weight. Like the way his body looks like. Nah. It looks like he shat his pants and is like trying to tell us something, but he can't speak. Oh no. This is terrible. Yeah, this is not it, brother.
Though, this just looks weird. It looks like they made
weird.
Panther's hips wider than his shoulders are.
Yeah.
And then for Widow, they make
like,
her shoulder.
Not only that, like it looks like his shoulders are going in anatomically, like he's standing like this. I don't know how to explain it without looking like a dumbass, but honestly, it's not it.
This just looks weird. It looks like they made Panther's hips wider than his shoulders are. And then for Widow, they make her shoulders wider than her hips. I just don't get it. Now, the Rivals Panther on the left, though, does look pretty sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
cool.
Yeah, this just...
Oh my, this is pathetic. Who would want to look like the right guy? This is so pathetic. Look at the difference. Look at this. Honestly, this is... What? Wow. No, I can't even speak anymore. I lost it.
Just got significantly worse, and it was already terrible. I don't even have much to say here. I don't think I need much to say on this one. The pictures speak plenty. The Panther on the left would be ashamed of the Panther on the right. Definitely. And then we've got Bucky. I don't think This is the
Oh
worst one
my
that we've
God.
seen.
Okay, I think it's the face. You know, he reminds me of that guy from Shrek, the villain, the king or the prince. He looks like him. What is that face? I think that like if you remove the face and don't look at it, I feel like it could pass. Till the textures are missing for me for some reason always. But yeah, I think this is a passable one except the face.
But he'd look better if he had the mask, in my opinion. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot about the Hulk. We've definitely got to talk.
No. What is this? Dude, these people do not know what anatomy is. They didn't finish any art school. What is this?
Talk about this. So, as I'm sure you can tell,
disgusting.
the top image this time is the Rivals design, and the one on the bottom is the Avengers design.
Oh my God, there's no way this
Why
is
is he-
real. Did he like took the character and like, I don't know, like made his like just, you know, when you stretch a picture, that's how it feels like.
Looking like he's trying to take notes from Blob or something. I think I also forgot this Thor. My bad.
Dude, that's a skinny Thor. That is such a skinny Thor. Okay, like the armor details are not bad and like they are more colorful. I do like that. They are also similar, the armor from left and right. But compared to the left one, like he is so skinny. So skinny. I like his hairstyle though on the right side. I don't think it's bad.
The Rivals Thor is literally like double the thickness of the Avengers Thor. And then same for this one too. And I'm not even saying that their Rivals designs are perfect. I think some of them are better than others, and some of them are kind of like over the top even. But I'll certainly take the Rivals designs over whatever the heck they were trying to do with the Avengers designs. As mentioned, since this discourse started, gamers have been mocking the Avengers designs. Some even comparing them to Concord. However, as you can see, some people actually defending the Avengers designs as well. Such as the comment on the bottom attempting to defend the Rivals designs because...
Interesting. I will never understand why people bitch about the visuals of Avengers. When news for your game has devolved into shitting on a game that came out 4 years before yours. 4 years is nothing, okay? Like, for that, it's nothing. Because yours looks better. Even if it's today, I think they would not have done better. I mean, 4 years later, it's effing better. That's a whole ass generation of difference. No, go report about... What are you talking about? Have you seen some old video games and how people look in them? Have you seen the old Tomb Raiders? Have you seen Uncharted? What are we talking about here?
They came out 4 years ago, which is obviously a terrible point. There's designs from games that are like 20 plus years old that look awesome. There's thousands of posts of people mocking those designs over on Twitter and back on Reddit. Same thing here. For example, top post saying, the more I swiped, the worse it got. And lol, the Avengers game looks like knockoffs.
Yeah.
This user pointing out something interesting, saying they're all slouched over too.
Yeah, it's like their posture, the way they're standing, they don't represent superheroes or villains. They don't represent something that you would fear or admire. Like there's no confidence in those postures. It's like... It literally looks like the picture that you would have when you are buying a cosplay in a plastic bag and like they're just trying to show you how the actual model is just standing there doing his job even though he wants to kill him. Okay, and then that's it, you know, like literally
that
that's
likely
how
doesn't help.
Like.
They don't stand upright or heroic. That really contributes to the feel of them just being some dude in a costume rather than the presence of a superhero. They basically didn't understand superheroes at all. This response also talking about something that I mentioned, which is how they look depressed. Says, I know that was my thought. All the Avengers models have this depressed look on their face, and they're all in static slouch pose.
Yeah, it's usually like, you know, models, if you are gonna go and buy a shirt online and there are models, a lot of times they are posing, but a lot of times they're literally standing in the most simple type of way. So you can see the product because they're not trying to sell you their smile, they're trying to sell you the product. So they don't oversell, you know, like they are simply just standing with different like really simple poses, but it's not about their face. They usually don't smile, they're a bit more serious, or maybe just a tiny bit of a smirk, being happy that they are wearing that shirt, whatever, but not over the top. They will not be posing like superheroes. That would be out of place, as well as this, not posing as superheroes when they should be posing and being confident and selling you the actual character, not the cosplay or whatever they are wearing. They're not doing even that. Nothing. You're not gonna buy the costume or the skin, and you are not gonna buy the character. You're not gonna play the game.
They look sad. So yeah, Marvel Rivals players are largely mocking those Avengers designs. However, that does take us to something else that I saw going on in recent Rivals discourse. That being this tweet from Pirate Nation, who says, "I refuse to believe this is a real person," and showing this Steam discussions post that
why is it necessary? First of all, it's not an RPG game. I understand role play game where it's about the role. Okay, it's about going through the story, it's about developing a story, a character, a person. It's an FPS game. Not FPS, it's a third person shooter. It's a shooting game. It's a competitive shooting game. It's about you shooting a target, killing it with your friends, and winning games. Has nothing to do with how the person and what gender they are. Like, it has nothing to do with that. It's beautiful to look at, of course, when you're looking at them from third person from behind. You want to look at something really beautiful. Whether you are a guy, you want to look at a sexy girl, or if you are a girl, you want to look at a muscular guy. You know, like, that's the thing. But why would we swap genders? Why is that necessary?
is titled "Gender Swapped Heroes in Season 1 Are Necessary," and they go on to demand gender swapped heroes. Now, in my humble opinion, this is very obvious bait. However, some people in the responses didn't seem to realize that this is most likely bait, and they essentially fell for it. For those that don't know,
there's so many superheroes, and Marvel has so many yet to come, and there are so many male and so many female. There must be one of those that you would feel like you are the closest to, you know, or that you want to be as. They can represent what you feel or dream as to be, inspired to be. You know, they don't have to be just a different gender or just to swap their gender in order for you to familiarize yourself with them. Like, there are so many characters and so many to come. You will find a character you like.
Steam forums are often used to farm Jester awards because it's amusing to do such. I myself have on occasion made like very obvious bait posts try and farm Jesters, and it's actually worked really well. Like, I actually made a very obvious bait post on the Concord Steam discussion page when it was still like released, when it was still not delisted, and dude, I got like 50 plus Jesters on that post. It was great. So knowing that this is bait though, just for the lulz, let's take a look at this. Gender swapped heroes in Season 1 are necessary. Hello, I think I speak for the large community.
I speak for the large community. What large community are you talking about?
To say we don't like playing certain heroes because of them being only one gender, male or female. Such obvious bait, oh my gosh. When the new heroes are released, we should have gender swapped versions for each one to not discriminate against people that want to play those heroes, but not their given gender. I.e., we want to play Doctor Strange, but he's too masculine for us. We want a female swapped version with the same kid as him. This will allow everyone to play equally. Hopefully we can get this fixed for Season 1.
Yeah, this is such a bait. Because like saying fixed, you know, and large community, this is a bait. Also, like, I can't wait for 2025 to become the year, or 2026, hopefully, the year where these topics are not discussed in video games anymore. We do not need video games to represent genders anymore. Okay, we do not need games to make you feel better about who you are. Okay, we need games to make us less bored and have more fun. Okay, I have more fun playing a game that is engaging, that is fun, competitive or not. You know, I want to laugh, I want to cry, I just want to have fun. Even though crying can be fun, actually, in some sad video games like The Walking Dead.
This will allow everyone to play equally. Hopefully we can get this fixed for Season 1. Now, as obvious of bait as that is, like, Rivals players are not seriously demanding this. And hypothetically, even if this wasn't bait, it's like one dude. But that said, it's still funny how, to a lesser extreme extent, there are people who unironically kind of make takes like this. For example, just yesterday, we were talking about this Redditor who seriously said that it's disrespectful for games to include a male/female character option, and that they should all essentially be Type 1 and Type 2. A very clearly terminally online and brain-rotted take. The good news is, the majority of Marvel Rivals players don't seem to be like those sort of people, those modern audience sorts of people, and the only ones who really are probably ones who came over from playing Overwatch. And even though I'm completely serious, that's a joke, so no one get offended, okay? Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah, that's about that. So let me know what you guys think about the Marvel
let you
Avengers
know.
designs versus the Rivals designs. And once again, the important question, do you think that DEI policies and perhaps influence from Square Enix being the publisher may have been a cause, maybe not the entire cause, but at least a part of the cause for why those designs ended up being the way that they were? And let me know what you think about all this Steam discussion, trolling, and like unironic posts like that, though. And, you know, everything that we went over, you get the point. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this segment, consider liking and or subscribing. Appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
All right. So basically, in my opinion,
Discourse
like, I feel like one of the reason is that they genuinely didn't know how to create better characters. They hired people who don't know what they're doing, and they pretended they know what they're doing, because anatomically speaking, from one artist to another, like, this is not it. Okay, you didn't go to art school, you don't know what anatomy is. Even if you wanted it to look like this, anatomically speaking, it would look better. Even if the textures, the colors, the facial expressions, whatever you wanted them to look like that, or the costumes that they are wearing, anatomically you failed. Okay, so you failed from the skeleton, you failed from the start. And I feel like after you fail from the start and you have many more people or many more artists working on the design, because it's not only one person, then it's hard to go back and fix what you just started, so you just roll with it. So I have a feeling that no, they didn't do it on purpose, but they did decide to publish it on purpose. They did decide to ignore it at one point and keep going with what they have already represented. And that is the problem. This is definitely not working. Maybe they thought that people will not care as long as the game itself is fun and people will play it. They don't care about the actual heroes and how they look like, which is also a possibility. In some video games it's like that. However, if we are comparing right now, and that's what we are doing, character design and how they look like, this looks like shit, this looks like trash. Now, I don't know if the game failed or not, I haven't played it, but if it did, maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Or maybe the game is just boring. I don't know either. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.